Okay, so Dicehead, this is your session 0 since you are joining the Ever Sidequesters Bravo team here. Have you created a name for your character yet? Have you? I know you've sat down and looked over the Tales of the Valiant source material and you've created your character. Already have it planned out, but do you have a name?
Indeed, I just chose it recently. The name of my character will be Zorok.
Okay, so if you have your
Sorry for...
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, just wanted to make sure that you will spell it correctly, or do I need to spell it? Because, well, Polish language reads some of the letters differently than English. So I just wanted to make sure, and sorry for disturbing.
That's quite alright. If you want to do it yourself, I'll see the changes as you make them. So go ahead and, if you don't have it open already, open your character sheet. And then you're at the landing page here for the attributes. And at the very top where it says Dicehead for your character name, go ahead and click that and you can start modifying it. Now, Hair Doctor supplied me with some character art. I don't have it ready just yet, but we will put the character art in there for the next game.
That's more than fine.
Okay. Okay. So there's that. I guess I'm going to make sure that your token is updated. Zorok. All right. And that's good there. All right. So let's see here. All right. So now your character token will have your name with it associated with it properly. One of the nice things about Foundry is a lot of the stuff in the right sidebar is drag and drop, so you can actually drag your class that you've selected into the character sheet and it will update and auto-generate things on the fly, which is really great. But first, let's go ahead and roll out your character stats. So like we did with all the other characters, we're going to be doing the 2d6 plus 6 system, and then you can just put those scores anywhere you like. And if you end up rolling below a 70, we'll do a full re-roll, okay?
Well, let's hope then I will not stick with 18 total.
Right? So
that'll be bad.
There's a couple different ways to roll out the stats. You can either do a chat command, which would be /R or /roll. Let me see if I can get it in there without it actually doing the roll here, so I can show you. And then it would be something like 2d6 plus 6, and then, all right. Okay, so what happened here is I put quotes around it, so that way it wouldn't actually trigger the rolls. And if you take the quotes off and you do /R or /roll 2d6 plus 6, you can roll dice that way. The other way is below the chat box on the right side, where if you don't have it open, go ahead and click the two chat bubbles at the top of the right sidebar there.
Yep.
So the very bottom area is going to be where you can write in chat messages and talk privately with people if need be. Below that are your polyhedral dice. So you can also click those if you want. So if you left click on a d6, it will add 1. You keep clicking, it'll keep adding more d6s, and if you right click, it will remove them, and then you can add modifiers below as well. So there's the minus and the plus with the 0, and then there's also advantage and disadvantage if you want to roll that way. Luckily, Foundry, when you click on like a weapon, we'll get to that in a little bit later on, will roll the dice automatically for you and apply all the proper modifiers, which is great. So for your stats, you can either type out the chat message and do the rolls that way, or you can click on the dice icons and then start rolling out 6 sets of those, okay?
Okay, well then I will use the opportunity to fit my very picture-like brain and just click nice picture.
Go for it.
Okay, that'll be 7 to 6 to 13.
Okay, so we got 13 there. Don't forget, if you want, you can also click the plus symbol to add in a 6 modifier as well.
Okay, just give me a second to grab a page to write it somewhere.
Okay.
So actually putting them in the character sheet. Okay, so 13.
And also where the 0 is, you can also just put in a 6 as well there. So we have another 13. Okay. So far, this is like real average at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes next. Okay.
Another 13.
Well, looks like Zorok will be a very average crocodile.
Oof. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, man, double ones. Oh. All right, so we have an 8. 2 more.
We know where this is going.
We might have a all full reroll here.
Another 15.
Wow.
Well,
Okay, and then one more roll. We'll see where this is at.
another 15.
What? Okay, so
Then,
we're at a very interesting position here because your total score is a 73, which is 3 points over the limit of where I suggested anything below a 70 would constitute a reroll. What do you think? Do you want to take this, or would you like to reroll everything? I'm giving you the option here because you do have like straight down the middle, except for that 8, which is wild.
yeah, I did not have any situation like that with any of my previous characters, so this is something new for me. While this average things will help, it also determines most things that I will be good at, such as strength, such as rolling for the things I am actually proficient with.
Mm-hmm.
So, as much as my game brain telling me to take the average, I will roll everything once more to see what we have there.
All right, let's see how this goes then. Okay, we got a 10. Got a 10.
Starting good.
Oh, got a 15.
Okay, 15.
Nice. A 13.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Finally!
Nice. Okay. 2 more rolls.
Nice, be nice though.
Oh, that's another good one. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And a 15. Ooh, all right. So definitely was worth the risk here of going again. So you have a total of 86, which is well over the 70 threshold here, break point. And yeah, you start applying all these points somewhere. Now, on your character sheet, where it says strength, dexterity, constitution, all those, the numbers, where you see all the 10s, just click in those and then update those with the new numbers.
Okay, then 70 of course going to strength.
Yep.
Seeing as I am the beat with sturdy ability, I think the 16 will go to dexterity.
Okay. Definitely worthwhile.
Indeed. 15 will go to constitution, seeing as I will be one of the front runners.
Okay.
I will leave intelligence at 10. I do not think that Zorok will be intelligence above average for the new being. He was taught something by his parents, but he's not really the intelligent mind. He's much more of the wisdom. So I think that wisdom will be 13 and charisma will be 15.
Okay. Excellent. And then on top of that, I don't remember quite if it's in the rules or not, but every character got a +2 and a +1 somewhere. The only caveat is that you can't go above an 18. So you do get a bonus +1 and +2, like all the other guys got as well.
Yes, I believe I read somewhere that I cannot go more than 18 on the stats, so I will give +1 to my strength and +2 to my... I will go +2 to my constitution.
Okay.
For health.
Sounds good.
And that's a stat that I can be proud of.
Yeah, those are really great stats. Okay, so next we're going to go and jump into adding a class to your character. Now, I'm just making sure I see where the ownership is for each of these. So that way you can drag and drop the stuff on your own. Let me see here. Double checking some stuff. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I have to start from the top of the top of everything here. Okay, now in the tabs at the top of the right screen there, next to the actors thing, you're going to see a little suitcase that says items.
Yep, I see it.
All right, go ahead and click that one and open up that tab.
Yep.
All right, now, do you see a gray bar that says classes?
Indeed, I can see it.
All right, open that. Click on it to open it. What do you see in there? Anything?
I see Tales of the Valiant, and after opening it, I can see all the classes.
Okay, great. Go ahead and open up Fighter. And then partway down, the only one you should need to grab is the one that just says Fighter. Go ahead and click that and drag it into your character sheet.
After opening the fighter features, do you want me to drag the whole fighter features to my character, or open the fighter features folder and drag what's in it?
Yeah, go ahead and open up the fighter features folder.
Okay, and the only thing I can see in there is improvement.
Okay, all right, hold on a minute. Let's see here. Configure ownership. All right, what about now?
Yes, I can see fighter.
All right, go ahead and grab the fighter and drag it into your character sheet.
Okay.
All right, it should prompt you with a bunch of stuff now.
Yes, a little window opened, showing me currently hit points.
Okay. Go ahead and click through that, because what Hair Doctor may or may not have told you is that I'm going to be playing the hit point rules very similar to Pathfinder 2nd Edition. You're going to get bonus hit points for your lineage, and then you're also going to get maximum hit points every time you level up, because I like to do hard encounters all the time, so you guys need all the hit points you can get.
Well, I was once in the Cream Hollow setting, so I hope that experience will help me a little bit.
Hopefully. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I am currently at the saving throws and have 2 selections. I will select Strength.
Okay.
Proficiencies. As, if I remember correctly, I will get a proficiency between survival and perception from being a Beastkin.
Okay, yeah. Let me double check that one just so I can verify for you.
Sure, sure.
Alright, let's see here. Yes, you'll have perception and survival there.
Okay, then I will choose 2 in athletics and intimidation.
Okay.
Now I have the option of my gear. Let's see what we have here.
If you ever decide, like while you're picking the gear, if it says like, oh, pick 2 hand axes, but you can only pick 1, we'll get you another hand axe. You don't have to worry about selecting 2 at the same time.
Okay. I ping longbow and arrows because of the option I'm given. And Primal, but I think the first opportunity I have, I'll sell it to having a dexterity +3. With the sturdy ability, it also goes to max out 16, so the chainmail is basically useless.
Okay.
Having sturdy. Oh, merchant actions.
Yes. Let's see here. Basically, what style of fighter are you going to be? Melee or ranged?
I will be a melee.
Okay.
Melee.
So we can ignore the aim. The guard is for if you want to be like a protector. Quick strike is if you're going to be using two-handed weapons, two one-handed weapons. And then wind up is if you have a two-handed heavy, like a great sword or something.
I believe that. This is the question. Either I want to really be the guardian of this whole group of mischiefs, or do I wish to be more of a fluent fighter that go in, kill whatever he wants, and go back.
Right. Tell me, when you're seeing the names of the martial actions here, are they in a box with a little suitcase icon next to them? You should be able to click on those before making a selection to pop up the information. Does that work if you try clicking on like Quick Strike?
No, I do not see any sort of suitcase
Okay.
icon.
Don't worry about it. I'll read out the stuff for you then if you need me to.
Sure.
Okay, so for guard, as a bonus action, you raise your shield to intercept incoming attacks. Select one enemy creature within 5 feet of you. That creature has disadvantage on the first attack roll it makes against you or an ally within 5 feet of you before the start of your next turn. So that's how guard works. Quick strike. Once per turn, while you're wielding 2 light weapons, after you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to make 2 attacks with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in the other hand, instead of the 1 attack typically granted by 2-weapon fighting. Don't add your ability modifiers to the damage of these additional attacks unless the modifier is negative.
Okay.
And then wind up is just like aim, except it's for, two-handed weapons or versatile weapons that you're holding in both hands. As a bonus action, you take the time to increase the effectiveness of your next weapon attack. Select one target you can see within 5 feet of you. If you make a melee weapon against that target before the end of your turn, you double your proficiency bonus for the first attack.
Okay. I think in that case, Zorok will be, I think, the frontliner that simply will to give damage, so I will take wind up.
You going with the wind up? Okay. Alright.
And now the big selection of weapons.
Yes, the martial weapons.
Indeed.
Alright, so since you're going with the wind up and it doesn't sound like you're going for a shield, you get 2 martial weapons then of your choice.
I will definitely take Great Axe
Okay.
as one of them. And perhaps for more versatility in the future, I will also take Glaive.
Excellent.
And I will take Explorer's Pack.
Okay.
That's the one I'm choosing. And yeah, just like you said before, I have the option to choose hand axe, and there's one.
Yeah. Alright, so if you want another hand axe, we can just put in the inventory for that stuff too. So don't worry about having to select 2 of them. You can just select the one and then continue on.
Okay.
Alright, so is that everything?
Yes, that's everything, and now I have the site asking me, do I use the importer?
Say yes. Click yes on all of those. Or import or whatever the option is. There'll be a bunch of them. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, so now if you look at your character sheet, you'll see all the choices you made. So you have all your strength and constitution saves in the little checkbox underneath the stat. The left side of the modifier is just for your knowledge. The right side is for saving throws. And then if you click on strength or dexterity, that is one way of rolling saves or ability checks with just a straight strength roll. The same goes for acrobatics and all the skills. If you click on the name, that's how you can end up rolling for that particular skill. Now, what I like to do because of Pathfinder is that sometimes I will generally put a chat box, little clickable button in there for you to click instead of having to find it in your character sheet. All you'll have to do, for instance, let's give you an example right here. If you click back to the chat messages, I'm going to go ahead and throw a skill check out for you. And we'll say, I need you to make an athletics check, and I'm going to make it so that you have advantage on the roll. So advantage will already be in the roll. I'm going to request a check, and then you can click the checkbox while your token is clicked. You can click the athletics checkbox there, and it should automatically roll for you. There you go.
Oh, very handy.
Yes, and then if you click where it says 2d20 KH plus 6, you can see all the values. Like you rolled a 19 and an 11, it took the 19, added your plus 6, and you got yourself a 25.
That is really useful.
Yeah, it's super handy. There's another feature that I've built for this, which is the luck point system and awarding luck. I just need to get into the habit of remembering to do it. On your character sheet, exactly. On your character sheet, in the middle section there, just underneath where it says spellbook, you're going to see something that says luck points.
Yeah, I can see it.
Don't change that. Leave that as it is, because when you miss an attack or fail a save, I'll be awarding you luck points. And if you do something really fun, cool, hilarious, or very heroic, I will also award you luck points. Do you know what the luck point system does?
I believe it's something similar to the inspiration in 5e.
Yes, a little bit. You have a maximum of 5 luck points that you can have at any time, which I've just updated. If you end up with taking the lucky feat, you can increase that to, I think, maybe 6, but it'll work out a little differently. Anytime you miss an attack or fail a save, or like I said before, I award you a point, I will automatically just click your token and click a button, and now you have +1 luck point. So I can easily, immediately award you the points so you don't have to remember to add them in.
Okay.
I love, programmer by day, so I've learned how to program some stuff into this. It's great. So when you make an attack roll and you think you're close to hitting and you may have missed, you can use any number of those luck points you want to increase the score to potentially hit. If you think you're going to be using more than 3 luck points, you can use 3 of your luck points to roll at advantage. So, yeah, it's an extra little spin on this, which is really quite nice. Now, the problem is if you ever go above 5, you have to immediately reduce your points by, I think it's 1d4, and then you have to take that as your new luck point thing. So you should always be thinking of when to use your luck points, because next time you get a 6th point, you're going to lose a whole bunch of points.
Yeah, that sounds like something painful.
It is. We haven't had it happen just yet, but it could be very unfortunate when that might happen. But I might remind you, or maybe one of the other players will remind you to use a luck point. Usually during an attack roll that seems like it might be a clutch moment, I might say, hey, do you have any luck points? Do you want to use your luck points? And so on.
That sounds very fair.
Okay, so next, let's go into your inventory tab to look at the stuff that you got so far. Okay, so you should see all the stuff that you picked from the prompts there.
Yeah, I got it all.
Okay. So you got your weapons at first, your equipment for your armor, and then all your consumables below that. Anything with a shield is what you have equipped on the far right side. And then, generally speaking, if you hover over the picture of the item, you'll see a little dice roll show up.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, go ahead and click it once. Oh, that was me. I don't know if you did it too or not. It should have prompted, no. Okay, I guess it just rolls immediately. It's been a while. I use a totally different system for this. So, let's see here. Try holding down the control or, I think, are you on a Mac or PC?
PC.
Okay. Try holding down control and clicking on the weapon.
Okay, I have option choose what to do with the previous roll.
Oh, let's see here. Huh. It was supposed to, I think, roll at disadvantage. I was trying to remember. Alright, I don't quite know. Go ahead and click through whatever popped up for you. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, perfect. That did.
now when I used it, yeah.
Oh, so it brought up like a chat message for you or something?
Yes, when I first try on the Great Axe, then I have such message.
Oh, okay.
When I use it on Glaive, then it works.
Huh, interesting. I wonder if there's something wrong with the Great Axe. I might have to investigate that. Alright, so holding down control and clicking on a weapon rolls at disadvantage if you ever have that happen to you.
Okay.
Alternately, if you hold down Alt, the Alt button, and click on a weapon, that should roll at advantage. So go ahead and give that a shot.
Yeah, and something is wrong with the Great Axe. I tried the Alt thing with the Great Axe, and the window popped once again, where Glaive worked.
Interesting. Alright, I will... Oh, you know what? Alright. I'll take a look and investigate that later on. I just want to get through this so you can see like how your character works here. But you have the general idea so far, right?
Yep. I hope I do not forget.
No worries. We'll remind you if need be. It's maybe a lot to take in,
Yeah.
so I'm not expecting, perfection here. Don't worry about that.
I would love to hear that.
All right. Next, we are going to add in your... we'll go with lineage. That way you can have that added in. So I'm going to add in... give you ownership of the lineages. Okay. Now back to the suitcase tab at the top right. You should see a green one that says lineage parentheses race.
Indeed, I can see it, and I can see the Beastkin.
Okay. Now, do you see the actual Beastkin option in there?
Indeed, I can see.
Okay. Let me just double check ownership here. All right. There should be one with like a weird little silhouetted cat face that says Beastkin. Go ahead and drag that into your character sheet.
Sure. Then I will choose, because I said before, Perception as my skill. I am taking the Sturdy, natural option,
Okay.
and Rank-based natural weapon.
Perfect. Okay, so now in your character sheet, if you go to Features, the Features tab just underneath your hit dice and hit points, you're going to notice two things. One, you have the Beastkin in the race section, and if you click on the Beastkin words, it will reveal everything about being a Beastkin.
Yeah, I can see it all.
Okay, perfect. Now, also, if you go down to passive abilities down the list, you're going to see Sturdy in there.
Indeed, I can see it.
Okay. Now, the powerful limbs, I don't know... Yeah, it probably didn't... Oh, maybe it did. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, it did add it in. So you picked natural weapon strength, right?
Yes, I did.
All right, perfect. So that's in your weapons section in your inventory for natural weapon strength. So you can use that as an attack if you ever need to. And then what else is there? The whole AC thing. Now, this is one thing I haven't been able to figure out how to get it to line up properly, but at the moment your AC is higher or equal to what you would have as a sturdy anyways with the armor you're wearing of chainmail.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So either way, you could sell off the chainmail and still have the same AC right now because your dexterity is a +3.
That was my idea.
Yeah. Perfect. I just want to make sure. Martial action. Okay, you did get the martial action wind up in there. Perfect. All right, so that should be everything from being a beastkin. We just got to get your heritage in a minute here, but I got to double check one thing here. Advancements. No. Effects. The effects are... I just want to double see something here. All right, so your hit points are currently at 13. And your hit dice are D10s, right?
Yes.
Okay, so... Okay, your constitution bonus is a +3. One of these things is missing something here. Okay, that's what's missing. You didn't get the added hit point bonus, so I'm going to do something really quick here. So, because of how Pathfinder works their games and all of their ancestries get bonus hit points, I like to do the same thing. I think it's a great system, and it really helps with the lower level hell levels here, like levels 1 through 3. And it's already proved extremely useful in a couple cases.
I imagine.
All right, so if you give me a few minutes here, I will have that set up.
Take your time. There's no rush.
Okay. Effects. All right, now in a minute here, you'll see your hit points boost up. System.attributes. HP max, we're going to add 8. And then submit change. Okay. So if you look at your hit points now, your hit points have increased from 13 to 21.
Yes, I can do it.
So go ahead and increase your 13 up to 21 so that you're at full health. Okay. Perfect. Now we will go for your lineage, or excuse me, your heritage. So back into the items tab there. Let's see, where are you hiding? Heritage, perfect. We got that, and then, okay. You'll see the brown heritage with the parentheses subrace.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. Now you were going for Fireforged, right?
Indeed.
All right. So this is the only issue right now with using the 5e system and Tales of the Valiant. Unfortunately, they don't have a way to accept subraces, or heritages in this case. So you can go ahead and drag... actually, hold on, I got to give you the ownership also there. Oh, it should be there. Okay. You can go ahead and drag Fireforge into your character sheet. The only issue is that it's not going to populate anything. So we have to add in those bonuses manually.
Yeah, I'm dragging the Fireforge in and it's not doing anything, really.
Yeah, it's there. It's in the passive abilities.
Yeah, I can see it,
So we have to add these in manually now. So what we're going to do is I'll read off all the little bonuses that you get, and you can make the changes in your attributes tab. So in your character sheet, attributes, you're going to gain expert artisan, so you gain proficiency with smith tools, and your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability checks that you make when you use those. So in your attributes, if you go down to tool proficiencies in the right side towards the bottom.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. There, all the way to the right side is a little, like, it looks like a square piece of paper with a pen or pencil on an angle. Go ahead and click that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, see it.
And then go ahead and click on, what was it, Smith Tools or something?
Yeah, Smith Tools.
Okay. All right. And then go ahead and click Update at the bottom there.
Got it.
All right. Next, you have resistance to fire damage. So again, in your attributes, you're going to find the damage resistance section and add that. Excellent. And then you have friend to elementals, so you can speak, read, and write Ignan, and then to your additional chosen language, which we will get that in a minute. All right, great. And then we have Reforge. So you have a deep connection with elemental fire, learned how to repair forged items with a touch. You know the mending cantrip. So this one, unfortunately, I have to do for you, I think. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead in your spellbook tab, drag and drop mending in there for you.
Cool, thank you very much.
If I can get my fingers on the right placement. All right. So now you have innate spellcasting mending to mend some of your stuff there in your spellbook.
Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect. And then lastly, you have languages. So you know Common right off the bat. And then you have one additional choice. They say typically Fireforge would know Dwarvish, but you can pick whatever you want for one more language. I don't care.
I think I will still stick with Dwarvish, seeing as the Zorok was raised by Dwarf. So he will pick up the language over the year.
Okay. Perfect. So that's those two. And then lastly, I believe we have your background to add in.
Yep.
All right. So back to the items tab. I'm going to add ownership there. Oh, I gave ownership in the wrong spot, I believe. Okay, so this one is like a light purple color for backgrounds.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, then we got Tales of the Valiant.
Yep, and so far I can see Adherent, Outcast, Scholar, and now Soldier.
Okay, and then... Okay, perfect. So Soldiers there. Half of Soldiers' stuff should prompt you. The other half won't work.
Okay, I have advanced step 1 of 2. First one is choosing proficiency.
Okay.
So I will choose survival.
Okay.
And second is either artisan tools or vehicle. I will choose land vehicle.
All right.
And artisan tools.
Excellent. Oh, for some reason you should have chosen 2 skills for your skill proficiencies. So go ahead and either choose animal handling or medicine, since you already have athletics.
Okay, since Zorok had some time with his player group at the beginning of his life, I think he would have more knowledge about handling the dangerous animals, so I'll take the proficiency in animal handling.
Okay, perfect. And you got the check mark there. Excellent. We've got the vehicles, land vehicles is there, and then you have your equipment. Now, this stuff, unfortunately, has to be kind of like written in on your own for that. So like the letter, the badge, identification tags, you can do that as you'd like, because that stuff is not necessarily essential to the game, but you can get some of that. So if you go to, there's one tab over here called Compendium Packs. It's it looks like a book at the top of the tabs. And then which one is it? Okay. So you have the Compendium tab open?
Yes, I have.
Okay. If you go down to one of the folders that says item, and you click on that, it will open up a whole bunch of stuff that is SRD compliant.
Yes, I can see it.
All right. Now, if you click one of those open, like the item SRD, it will bring up this huge thing where you can search for stuff and drag and drop it into your character sheet.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. What else is there? There's backgrounds and monster features and stuff, but generally speaking, items and spells are probably going to be the ones that you will be most interested in. Alright, and then on top of that, you also get 10 gold, 10 starting gold to add into your character sheet. So in the inventory, you can add 10 into your gold location.
Sure.
Alright, and then the rest of the items I will leave for you to do at that moment. I want to make sure we get your talent in. So luckily at starting level 1, Tales of the Valiant gives you a starting talent to choose from. Now, as a soldier, they suggest either combat casting, combat conditioning, or field medic, or you can choose whatever you like.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. Let's see here. So, let me open up the talents for you, or the features, I should say. All right, so features will be in like a light green tab in the items section that says feats and then parentheses TOV. And then I will configure ownership of there. Let's see here. Okay. So you should see the 3 sub feat sections for magical, martial, and technical.
I believe I'm a little low.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
No worries. I thought I had clicked the ownership for feats. I guess I missed that one. Do you see that one now? Why is it? Wait, hold on. It's not saving. Oh, that's really strange. It won't take the... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Huh. This is really strange. This particular one won't let me open up ownership for some reason.
Oh, lovely.
That's really strange. All right. Let me... No, I don't want to do that. Let me see here. Have you had a chance to look at the feats from the Alpha book, the Alpha Player's Handbook, or the Black Flag book at all?
Only very briefly for the one recommended for the folder background.
Okay. Do any of those sound interesting? The 3? Maybe probably either combat conditioning or field medic, or would you like to know some of the other?
I believe at first I thought about the first one, combat conditioning, but if you have time, I do not mind explaining me the rest of the feats, then I will gladly listen about them.
Okay. The only one that probably would be interesting from the technical side would be Touch of Luck. That's the one that gives you extra like room with your luck points. So for that one, Fortune's favor always makes it its way back to you. You gain the following benefits with the Touch of Luck. When you would gain 1 luck point as a result of failing an attack or save, you instead gain 2 luck points. And then, if you have 5 luck points and would gain a 6th, your luck points total reset to 1d4 plus 1 instead of just 1d4. So that's the Touch of Luck. One of our players already has that, but regardless, if you'd like that, you can totally use that. And then for the martial items here, we have Armored Combatant, Artillerist, Combat Conditioning, Hand-to-Hand, Physical Fortitude, Physical Prowess, Ranged Weapon Mastery, or 2-Weapon Mastery. Which of those sounds interesting? Well, let's see here. You're picking wind-up, so 2-Weapon Mastery is probably out. Right?
Yes.
Okay, those 2 are out. Ranged Weapon is also out. Artillerist is probably out.
Yeah, Artillerist does not sound something for me.
Okay, let's...
I am currently on debating between combat conditioning
Okay.
and physical prowess.
Okay. So let me read off both of these for you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Physical prowess is easier, so I'm going to go with that one first. Your steadfast commitment to honing your physical capabilities has yielded results. Increase your strength, dex, or constitution score by 1. You can't raise this ability score above 20 in this way. And you can select this talent multiple times. So that's physical prowess. You get a +1 to strength, dex, or con. Now for combat conditioning, you have endured extensive training to withstand the rigors of combat, making you harder to cut down. Your hit point maximum increases by 2 for each level you have previous to gaining this talent, if applicable. Each time you gain a new level, your hit point maximum increases by 2, including for the level that allowed you to take this talent. So you'll gain 2 hit points every time you gain a level with combat conditioning, and then when you roll hit dice to recover hit points, you can ignore dice rolls lower than your proficiency bonus and instead treat those dice as if you rolled a number equal to your proficiency bonus.
I think that for now, since I will be on the front line mostly, I will take command conditioning. Then more health is always welcome, especially after you explained to me that your encounters can be quite hard.
Yeah, I always go for hard encounters, bordering deadly sometimes. All right, so I will drag and drop combat conditioning in there, which it's now in place. The only issue is that it's not set up to give the hit points. I'm going to look into seeing if I can figure out how to do that, but for the time being, we're going to see if we can increase your maximum. Overall bonus. Let's see here. Let's see if that does anything. Yes, it does. Okay. So what I did was, because combat conditioning gives you 2 hit points every time you gain a level and when you gain that feat, on the hit points, to the upper right corner is a little cog wheel. I don't know if you can see that or not. Can you?
Yes, I can see it.
All right, if you click it, you'll see in the overall bonus, I put a 2, but per level bonus, I think if we switch that to 2 instead, let me get rid of it in the overall bonus. Perfect. Now every time you gain a level, you should get +2 more hit points. We'll verify that when you hit level 2.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And for the time being, I think that is basically everything for your character. We've got
Fantastic.
Yeah, we've got your class in place. We've got your name, your background, your lineage and heritage. For some reason, your movement wasn't updated. I'll just go and throw 30 feet in there for that. Spellbooks. Yeah, I think that's good. The only last thing would be to spend any amount of your 10 gold if you wanted to add more gear and whatnot. I mean, if you wanted to right now, you could also go ahead and sell that stuff, but we'll do that off air, quote unquote. So we'll do that afterwards. So you can
Sounds good to me.
do whatever you'd like there. But yeah, I think that's everything. So the last thing for me to do is to get your character artwork in place and to make sure everything else looks good, thanks to Hair Doctor and his tireless efforts in making Hero Forge characters.
Yeah, he really does like making those characters in there. He's making them for each campaign between our group here in Poland, so that's very nice of him.
It is, yes. What I'm going to do is, because I haven't set it up just yet, I'm going to show the people watching at home your character artwork that Hair Doctor made, and it's more or less supposed to be reminiscent of a Dragonborn. Is that right?
More or less. The fact is that I had the idea for the character and the art, because I mostly do not use the Hero Forge, but actual art pieces that find mostly on the Pinterest. So I had the general idea how it looks, and for me at first it looked more like Dragonborn, but in the larger scheme of things, I think it actually looked pretty much like just a red crocodile.
Yeah. Definitely does have crocodile vibes, although we might have to ask him to take off the shield since you don't have a shield right now.
Yeah.
But
Well,
in any event,
we'll see.
yeah, we'll leave it then. We'll leave it. All right. Dicehead, thank you so much for joining me here. We're going to go ahead and sign off for this session 0.1 of creating your character for the Tales of the Valiant system here for the channel and the Bravos team's ever side questers. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, make sure to hang around.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, make sure.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Cannot wait to play with you as my DM. and cannot wait to see how this whole thing will play out.
Yes, it'll be a lot of fun. I just as a sense, I don't know if Herr Doctor explained how I am as a DM, but I'm usually pretty fair. I don't try to kill the players at all. It's a matter of like telling a good story. So I'm always looking in the best interests for the players and giving them as much of a challenging experience as possible. It's not meant to be like a Tomb of Annihilation and trying to outrightly kill you. I can't stop bad decisions from the players.
Fair. That sounds very fair.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sign us off here, and then we will go ahead and finish up whatever you want to buy and sell for your character, all right?
Of course.
All right, great. I'm looking forward to the next game. We'll see you then.
See you next time.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Tales of the Valiant with the Everside Questers Bravo team. If you like what you've seen, go ahead and drop a like, throw a comment in the comment section, and subscribe to see more crazy antics and other adventures for the group here. If you want to see more campaign antics and silliness from my group and our campaigns in any TTRPG that we offer here on the channel, go ahead and click on one of these links here and enjoy yourselves. Until then, we'll see you next time.